Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to my channel. So this time I'm going to feature a legendary team in Open Master League. The team consists of Groudon, Mewtwo and Xerneas. Groudon is the lead, Mewtwo is a safe switch and Xerneas will be the closer. So let's hop into the first match. Let's see what first opponent has for us. Groudon versus Sogaleo, very good lead because Sogaleo is steel type. So I'm going to farm up a lot of energy. Let's see, but opponent decide to safe switch into Curem. I have hard answer Xerneas. I'm going to farm up to Moonblast. I'm not going to throw close combat. I just don't want to get debuff. So he throws his energy first and I get the debuff. So I'm going to throw this Moonblast. This will either one shot or I will get this shield here. Let's see. This Moonblast just one shots him. Very good for me myself. So let's see who. I think Sogaleo will return. So I'm going to farm up a lot of energy just to kill my switch timer. So I'm going to throw this back to back close combat. First close combat will do good amount of damage and second close combat will also do a good amount of damage, and my switch timer is getting up. So I'm going to safe switch into Mewtwo, and I think Sogaleo throws his energy. I try to call a bait here. Let's see. And it was a Psychic Fang. Very good call from my end. And he throws another move. I think this could be a heavy hitting move, so I shield here. This was an Iron Head. Very good shield from my end. And he comes with a Dragonite. I'm going to farm up to 2 side strike just to throw back to back. Either this will get me the shield or the damage. Let's see. And I get the first shield here. And I'm going to throw second one. This will do a good amount of damage if it goes unshielded. And yes, it does a good amount of damage. And my switch timer is up, but I was able to reach to the third side strike. Very good for me. I think opponent has to shield here, and I get the final shield. And I swap out just to Geomancy farm, and he throws energy. He'll have to throw superpower to KO me, and this will get the defense low. And I have very healthy Groudon, so opponent decides to quit here. So very good game for myself. And second match, it is very good lead again, Dialga versus Groudon. So I have to be very careful while throwing my move. They might catch, so I try to bait first with the fire punch. Let's see if opponent decide to shield or not. And yes, I get the shield. So while the second time I have to be very careful. So opponent throws his energy. So I'm going to shield here. And it was an Iron Head. I'm fine with it. And opponent tries to catch a move. I didn't fall for it. It was a ho-ho. So I'm going to farm up to 2 side strike just to do a good amount of damage. So I throw the first side strike. This will do more than a half of the damage. Mewtwo is very hard hitter, and yes, it does. And I think I don't shield here. I have to save my shield for Groudon and Xerneas. So Sacred Fire KOs me. I have good amount of energy, so I farm up and then I throw my Principal Blades just to KO this ho-ho, but unfortunately survive with few HP, and he throws his move. This is a Brave Bird, so I have to shield because I have lot of energy on my Groudon, and I decide to shield here. I go for the bait. Let's see if opponents fall for it. Opponent now comes with his own Groudon. Let's see if he falls for this bait now. And yes, I get the shield. I have to farm up to Principal Blade, and I throw it immediately. And this Principal Blade will do good amount of damage. And now I swap into my Xerneas. I have to make 2 close combat, and opponent decide to throw Principal Blades, and he might swap out into Dialga, so I have to be very careful. So I'm going to farm up just about 1 Geomancy extra so that I can reach to my second close combat. This close combat will do KO, and the next close combat I should be able to reach before the Groudon. So this close combat will be enough to KO the Groudon. So good game. I won the second match as well. So good game to my opponent, and we won this match. So let's hop into the next match, Landorus versus Groudon. So I'm going to farm up. Both of the Pokemon does not do super effective to each other, but Landorus have a coverage of superpower. So let's see if it throws it so that I can throw my move. But opponent tries to bait with the Stone Age. So I'm going to throw Fire Punch just to do a bit of a damage. It won't do that much, but I'm fine with it. So opponent lets it go. I'm going to throw second one. Let's see if opponent shields, and this fire punch will do neutral damage. And Landorus getting low, and I throw fire punch on the CMP tie. This is a superpower definitely. Opponent has to shield, either it will get KO. So let's see if opponent decide to shield or not. And opponent, yes, shields here and comes with Dialga. Try to snipe me, and I'm fine with it. I have a Xerneas. The Xerneas can handle Dialga very well. So I have to make two close combat. I've I have made it. So I'm going to throw the first one just to do damage or get the final shield. And opponent lets it go. I throw second one on the CMP tie. So I have to shield to get my move through. So I'm shielding here. This Iron Head gets shielded, and I am going to throw my second close combat. This will get me the shield or KO. Let's see. And I got the final shield, so I'm going to farm up to next close combat, and I will try to catch Iron Head on my Mewtwo. And yes, I was able to catch it so that I can save my shield. And Dialga throws Iron Head. I'm going to farm up, and here comes the Zekrom. I will throw first side strike to do a good amount of damage, and this side strike will take down more than a half of his health. Now I will try to reach second one. Hopefully I can reach. Let's see. And yes, I was able to reach the second one. This side strike will KO, and now opponent is not in a comfortable position. Let's see. I have a shield advantage, and he has a two Pokemon, but opponent decides to quit as I have a move stored. So he decides to quit here. Let's hop into the next match. Zarude versus Groudon. Very bad lead. So I'm going to farm up to Fire Punch, and I will throw it immediately before he reaches Power Whip. And I think he's one away from the Power Whip. I throw this Fire Punch. It is a super effective. And yes, it lets it go. I'm going to shield the first one so that I can do another Fire Punch and let him low enough. And he throws Power Whip. I'm going to farm up to 2 Fire Punch, and then I'm going to throw my energy. I think I'm one more shot away from the next Fire Punch, and he decided to shield here, and this was a CMP tie. This Power Whip will KO me. I'm fine with it. I have to save my shields for back Pokemon, so I'm going to farm up to lot of energy with my Xerneas, and he throws Power Whip. Power Whip will do good neutral damage, and look at the damage, it was more than half. So I'm going to throw this Moon Blast because I don't want to get debuff with my close combat. This will one shot him, and now I'm going to farm up a lot of energy before throwing. And here comes the Avalugg. I'm going to farm up, and I will throw close combat. This will do 4 times effective damage because Avalugg is ice and rock type. So I swap out just to clear my debuff. I think this could be a crunch or icy wind. So I'm not going to shield the first one. This was an icy wind, and my attack has been fallen down. So I'm going to farm up a lot of energy, and now I'm going to shield. I let it go because this is another icy wind. And here comes the Rhyperion. Now I am not in a good position as my attack has been debuffed, and also my Mewtwo is very low on health, and this side strike is not doing that much. I'm going to throw Shadow Ball, but it doesn't help as well. So I have to throw 2 close combat. I have shield, but I have to be very careful while throwing my move. And now I'm going to do one Geomancy and then throw my energy just for optimal move timing. I'm just one Geomancy away from the second close combat. I have gotten debuff because of Breaking Swipe, but let's see. This Avalugg is very super effective against this close combat. Let's see if this KOs. And yes, it does. I was able to flip the match. It was very tough match, but still I was able to flip it. So let's hop into the last match, Groudon versus Mewtwo. I'm not comfortable here because Mewtwo is very hard hitter. As you can see the side strike, so I catch a side strike on my own Mewtwo. Let's see if it is a catch, and yes, it was a catch. So I'm going to farm up. Opponent is also farming energy. Opponent might try to catch, and he tries to come with a Dialga. So I'm going to farm up to Focus Blast just to fake the energy. So I'm going to throw this Shadow Ball. Let's see if decide to shield here. And yes, I got the first shield. Now I'm going to throw the second Shadow Ball. This will do a damage. I think opponent will let it go. And yes, it is. So I'm farming up and I come with Groudon. Just throw my move immediately. This will guarantee me shield or KO. And opponent throws his energy. This could be Draco or Iron Head. This was Iron Head. So I'm going to throw Precipital Blades. This will one shot him because Dialga is very low on his health. And I think here comes the Kyogre. Opponent is waiting for the switch timer and here comes the Kyogre. So I don't have a win con here. So I think I decide to quit after this side strike. So hopefully you have enjoyed the full video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you like the video, and share with your Pogo friends. I'll come with more such teams in different leagues. So stay tuned for my videos. Thank you trainers. Have a good day. Bye.